Well, this is a legal update. The stalking and assault hearing is done and over with. Uh, Not guilty. It's actually kind of interesting because they actually dismissed one of the stalking charges because I had a material witness, and then they dismissed an obstructing an officer charge because nobody wanted to get into the whole argument of whether or not it even matters since they were serving a warrant that was based on a lie. Gets even better because at the hearing, they tried to push everything through, rush it through. Originally, it was set for the 31st, and then it gets pushed up to the 24th at the last minute. We had to do jury selection that morning and then jump right into the case right after lunch. We the trial actually lasted 2 days because we had to jump into jury selection so quickly. Uh, just trying to push everything through, railroad everything through, because actually, believe it or not, at the time that all this was going down, Judge Hutchison was under investigation by the Judicial Ethics Committee, second time, in less than a year, on a complaint from me. And there's a third one coming. The third one comes from this. Judge Hutchison denied me that transcript of the appeals hearing, in which Ashley Redden said that her mother, Trooper Duckworth, and the prosecutor coerced her. Now, that's very important because she came in there on the first day. She took the stand and she said that the delinquency charge on her was dismissed. That's what she told the jury because she didn't drink any alcohol. However, it was also pointed out that according to the police officer, Trooper Duckworth's statement for the warrant, as well as Ashley Redden's statement that she signed, written by Trooper Duckworth, that she did drink. So, and then when I stated that she had said that she was coerced by her mother, Trooper Duckworth, and the prosecutor, I was told by Judge Hutchison I could not reference prior cases, but yet he let her get up there and lie all the day before. Which becomes really interesting because he knows she committed perjury. Think about that. I even pointed this out to him, and I got 10 days contempt of court. Of course, 10 days contempt of court for highlighting that very fact on a court record, knowing that a judicial ethics complaint is going to be filed, and that if the transcript is therefore missing, he'll be accused of covering things up. Especially given that I had written an 8-page statement and accused, well, Judge Hutchison. Strange how that is, isn't it? So they dismissed 2 charges due to lack of evidence. That's right, obstructing a police officer was dismissed due to lack of evidence. And then the other case, which was stalking and assault, was completely thrown out and disproven due to the fact that Ashley kept lying on the stand. She changed her story like 4 times. Whenever she was asked a question that she didn't know the immediate answer to or how to answer it, she kept looking at Trooper Duckworth, who sat in the back of the room. I pointed out his presence there as well. So that came very interesting, especially seeing that Trooper Moore and Trooper Eford were also in the room with Trooper Duckworth, and they were people I had accused of being part of an organized criminal enterprise. In fact, it was even revealed by Ashley Redden on the stand that Trooper Eford was involved in her case, in taking her statement. A year after a crime was allegedly committed. The fact that, the state police didn't try to get in contact with any witnesses. Oh, and it also came out, going through the evidence, that apparently one of the managers at Walmart, when I cussed Ashley out, her last name is Bailey. Now, maybe this kind of might be a little odd here, but think about this for a moment. Sergeant Bailey of the Beckley Police is over here trying to cover up for Nathan Lilly, who is Mary Jennings, former Magistrate Mary Jennings' grandson, a friend of Ashley Redden's, who assaulted me with his buddy. And now, here is this Officer Bailey. Well, we don't want you to put it on the internet and da 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 da. And yet nothing gets done, even after he tells me it's going to get done, even after I kind of pointed out a retraction. Because I knew he wasn't going to do anything to begin with. And then here is someone with his same last name popping up. I wonder if the girl in the picture with Ashley, all done up like some kind of teenage prostitute, drinking a beer, if her last name is Bailey, and I wonder if she's in relation to Officer Bailey of the Beckley Police Department, who seems to be trying to cover up evidence. Well, either way, Trooper Duckworth, Eford, and Moore have been essentially outed, all in the same room together, where Ashley Redden was giving false testimony. Now, for all this, I need to point something out. The same evidence I put on the internet that protect me to address these very issues can be used by anyone who is dealing with these officers, since I was found not guilty. And it does afford a good showing of potential criminality, falsification of evidence, tampering with evidence, threatening, coercing witnesses to make to give false testimony and perjure themselves. All these things have been addressed, and all this is here. This evidence exists and can be used according to West Virginia Rules of Evidence 1005. Look it up on the internet if you don't believe me. Now, it gets really funny because you start finding out a few more pieces of information, piecing things together, and here we have a court record of where all this took place, and now the question comes down, what's on that transcript? If Judge Hutchison doesn't have the transcript, I think he's destroying evidence. I mean, after all, I accused Massey of being part of an organized criminal enterprise involving Hutchison and these officers and the prosecutor's office, and here is Massey somehow loses the transcript from my preliminary hearing, in which I gave this 8-page statement naming all these people, allowing Hutchison to be overtop the trial that he rushed through at the last minute because there was a judicial ethics complaint filed against him and an investigation that had started before the trial, which would actually been a conflict of interest. Yeah, see, the whole affair, the whole thing becomes a very big question, especially given what are they going to do now. So, let's play this out. There's already a judicial ethics complaint against him. There's already an investigation against him. He'll have to be removed from being overtop one of the other pending charges. And then there's going to be a third one because he has knowingly, intentionally, basically allowed a witness to come in, be coerced by police officers, and to perjure herself on the stand, whereas any proof, and when addressed the fact that he covered this up, gave me 10 days contempt of court. Yeah. Now, see, the best part of all this is, well, they did it to themselves. Oh, well. I guess stay tuned. There might be more on WOAY.